You join today, you get 25% off your first order and a free gift. All you have to do is visit the link down below, thrivemarket.com/Dr. Mike. Remember, Dr. Mike is spelled out. And if you sign up for a full year, it's 30 days risk-free.
Hello, guys. See this? What's this? Dubai chocolate.
Oh, it's so true.
It's Dubai chocolate.
Getting stronger, getting faster, reading.
Ma, tara na. Kung gusto mong Dubai chocolate. Yeah, my mom wants to eat Dubai chocolate too.
That's really good. I don't mean to laugh at people's pain, but this is a funny kind of meme situation here. Doctors and patients alike all vaccinations to the sciatica category. It's not
She's right there.
Number two, sciatica can be quite dangerous if it's true.
You guys see my mom for a while, right?
For the different injuries are different. So don't jump to conclusions. Make sure your doctor does a full physical exam. Even if it's not sciatica, there might be different treatments. Like, you know,
Open it. I don't know. It's hard to do.
Did you know rose in olive oil
Please be beautiful.
No, I can feel it now already.
the most accurate
Oh, it's not beautiful. Woo! At least it has a design.
billion likes.
Yeah.
Get a billion likes on this video.
It's ugly.
Doctor, your
Yeah.
wife is in a better place. Husband in heaven.
Huh?
What is with this?
Why is it so ugly? They're doing this. They're
No, this is not okay. This belongs on
standing it
Reddit,
like this.
not on my Reddit.
That's how they
This
stand it.
doctor took care of this person's wife and made sure she was better and she was recovering in his apartment. Sam thought something else. I'll just put that. I think we both agree that's what happened. Removing objects from staff would
It's mixing eh.
increase the chance of that person dying. Leave that object be and don't try to remove it. Facts. I've said this many times in my life. I removed it from my friend's wound, but I remembered your post and put it back. The purpose of not taking it out is so that it holds the bleeding. You take it out, you put it back in, you put it in, we're bleeding. The person's gonna bleed. You're stopping her.
Talo na.
Right there, girl.
Kain na tayo.
Just swallow it.
This is gonna be so crunchy.
I really like the Thrive snack because it's 130 calories per serving. The worst thing about getting the vaccine shot was when I had to take off my Blink-182 sweatshirt. Everyone saw I was also wearing a Blink-182 t-shirt. And then you had to take off the t-shirt and you had to tattoo Blink-182. I get it. All these small things.
Tanggalin mo sa ano.
They're giving me vaccine. Be sure you drink lots of fluid. I mean, that's literally
Hatiin mo
all
naman. Parang,
I've been diagnosed. What's wrong?
I'm not gonna waste this chocolate right here. I'm gonna eat
The Da
it.
Vinci robot looks. I did see the Da Vinci. It honestly could be one of the most frightening pieces of medical technology. If you
She's
combine
cutting
Da
it.
Vinci robot with like Elon Musk's dream AI robot thing, it's honestly my nightmare. I want the zip to go away. Maybe I should turn it into a movie. Honestly, there's something about watching a zip pop that is utterly pleasurable to the inside of our body. Like it's like almost an alien wanting to escape. We try and avoid doing this as much as possible because
Mapakita mo.
picking at it, you can actually create an
Yun na.
infection, you can create
Pakita mo yung
scars, all
loob.
these issues that come up when you have real pimples. In 1989, Mario was just a plumber and Dr. Mike was born. In 1990, he started a medical practice. That's a problem. Minimum of 7 years is required to become an independently practicing doctor. If you or a loved one were ever treated by Dr. Mario, you may be entitled to compensation. All prescriptions and doctor's note he has written are fraudulent and must be stopped. You gotta get a legal eagle on board to fact check this. Be malpractice. Suing Nintendo. Where does it hurt? Headache, stomach. No one does chest compressions. It does hurt when no one does chest compressions, but it also doesn't hurt because if you need chest compressions, that means you're clinically dead and you don't feel anything. So cute, but inaccurate. This is called 100% customer satisfaction. Sleep well. As a doctor, I'm going to diagnose this image right now. It looks like it's nighttime in this image. It's 8 p.m. What shouldn't you be doing at 8 p.m.? Napping. Because when you nap at 8 p.m. and you try to go to sleep at night, you can't fall asleep. Instead of napping while holding this book, she should read the book and learn that you shouldn't nap so close to bedtime because it'll affect your sleeping patterns. Max, no printing.
Mamahal to.
Do you want that cord?
Huh?
Customer,
Dubai
no, I
chocolate.
want Discord. You want to be on our Discord? That's linked down below. We have a private Discord and Patreon for super cool peeps that pay $9.99 a month. And guess what? We donate all that $9.99 a month to charity, and you choose which charity. And more to my two favorite doctors on YouTube. Ooh, Dr. K. Oh my God. interesting face. That face on the bottom looks like two humans' faces morphed together, not like an individual human. Shout out to Dr. K. I hope he's doing well. I heard he was battling with some COVID, so we're sending him positive vibes. Are you down to date? And that's when I ordered Toradol instead of morphine. I love that we can speak medicine to each other. Try Down to Date, the first dating app exclusively for physicians by physicians. Is this like up to date? Like up to date is the medical software we use to like get our knowledge base up. So I guess Down to Date is like the opposite of up to date. It's nerdy, but it's cute. Up to Date is legit. I remember. These are 7 bad doctors. Click here to check that out. And huge thank you to Thrive Market again for sponsoring this video. Click the
That's funny. Jane is just asking ours the chocolate smoothie cake and it's yummy. And when Jane and I was like, oh, if you're going bye-bye na, I don't know, we want some to and then Jay's like, oh gaga, I'm just laying down about to sleep. You make us craving your craving. Next time don't crave and ask for it and then we're gonna help you and ask you to buy us too and
But we don't ask, we just look.
we say,
We
Kami.
don't feel obligated.
Kakat mo yung sa akin.
bakit?
Kasi mahirap kakatin eh. Mali.
Mahirap.
Ganyan mo lang. So much inside.
There's a reason we use a Japanese word for a catastrophic seismic ocean wave. Japan has had more tsunamis than any place else on Earth. In the massive 9.0 earthquake 9 days ago and the subsequent tsunami has left nearly 8,500 people dead, some 13,000 missing, and nearly 500,000 homeless. And it leaves Japan teetering on the edge of a nuclear crisis. It has already resulted in measurable amounts of radioactivity turning up in milk, drinking water, and in some crops. Scott Kelly and the 60 Minutes team have been in Japan for more than a week, traveling from Tokyo to the port of Sendai to the once beautiful resort of Fukushima and into the zone surrounding the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. There
Mahirap nga eh.
emergency crews are struggling to restore cooling and stabilize pressure inside the reactors. What we have found in Japan is a catastrophe that reveals
Ay,
both the
kakain
power
mo
of
pala
nature
eh.
and the fragility of human technology.
The Fukushima Daiichi crisis is not one nuclear emergency, it is 4 potentially catastrophic events standing side by side. In all, there are 6 reactor stations. Numbers 1 through 4 are in peril. Last week, crews risked their lives to get water onto melting uranium fuel. Through explosions and blasts of radioactive steam, a few hundred Japanese joined battle with the most powerful force known to man. One of the Americans responding to the emergency is Julia Neshwat. She's a State Department official who was already in Japan working on nuclear issues. She served in Washington as Deputy Chief of Staff to the Director of National Intelligence. In Tokyo, she's been on the Fukushima disaster from the start.
We're providing the full resources of the United States government, everything we've got.
Yes,
We've told them is at their disposal.
absolutely.
Our best people are on this.
Yes, they are, working nonstop around the clock in each of the operation centers.
And they are now working side by side with the Japanese?
Yes,
But that wasn't always the case.
not in the beginning, no.
An American team of top experts
That's so
arrived
good.
shortly after the disaster, but they were largely stuck at the U.S. Embassy. The Japanese didn't think they needed the help. But by last Tuesday, the emergency was out of control, and the U.S. gave the Japanese an ominous private warning.
That if, we don't expand the efforts, will require heroic work done that could be, quite devastating for the workers.
What do we mean by that?
That means they could very well lose their lives.
An official of the U.S. government told the Japanese that your people are going to have to die to save that plant unless you let us help you.
Yes.
At one point during the week, the hazard was so great the Japanese took all but about 70 workers out of the plant. Their problem is water. The systems that keep the radioactive fuel rods cool failed. The rods are partially melting, releasing radiation. And it's not just the reactors. There are also used fuel rods, essentially nuclear waste, stored in pools nearby. American experts fear that one of these pools is already dry. Now, what?
Hirap.
Danger is multiplied because the reactors are so close together.
That is a great concern at this time. If there is an explosion, if there is a meltdown, a fire, that can
Hulog ko.
neighboring.
Ako makain ni Teddy yan.
Oh goodness, I don't even think what that could mean. That's just something that we would have to really plan for at the greatest scale, and we're hoping and praying that that's not the case.
All last week, the U.S. said the crisis was more grave than the Japanese apparently believed. And so far, the U.S. experts have been right. Last Wednesday, the American embassy began a voluntary evacuation of U.S. citizens. It wasn't until 2 days later that the Japanese acknowledged the threat was greater than they thought. The Japanese declared a voluntary evacuation zone of 12 miles around the plant. The U.S. says it should be 50 miles. There is great uncertainty. Top experts disagree on fundamental questions, such as whether melting fuel rods would cause an explosion or just a fire. Answers are critical to planning for a bigger emergency.
It's just so uncertain. This is unprecedented, uncharted territory.
I love Dubai chocolate. That sounds crunchy.
Mamatay pa si Teddy.
You just got done eating. What are you eating?
Dubai chocolate.
Huh?
Dubai chocolate.
The authentic that one, how much? It's expensive, 2K.
How much is the Dubai chocolate?
Expensive nga. I just said 2K.
Oh,
2,000.
I don't.
Ibang ka na.
Back in October, Macy, my wife and I surprised our kids, Jane and Billy, by picking up a hitchhiker named Olivia Rodrigo on their way to school. They love Olivia Rodrigo, and it's been the talk of our house ever since. So a friend of mine suggested it might be funny if we do the same thing and pick him up along the side of the road as a surprise. Now, he is not a pop singer beloved by 9 and 7-year-olds, and in fact, my children have no idea who he is at all. But they do now. Here's what happened this morning on our way to school. And away we go.
Well, this car would be really good for like
It's nice and spacious.
Harap.
Oh my god.
What?
You're doing this again. Oh my god.
Hey guys, you mind if I hit your eye?
Sure. Come on in.
Hi, how you doing?
So much. Exactly there. I'm sorry that. Okay, hold on. It's a little tight. It's a little. It's very okay. It's a little tight. Can't go close that one for you. Don't worry. All right. Hi. So where you at? How are you? Like, what? It's just.
Bye guys. That's just all the video. Bye.